This is general advice and my opinions only. CFDs are high risk, past performance isn't reliable. I may be long or short CFDs and stocks mentioned. Content may contain language that offends some viewers. LEVRD operates as corporate authorised representative 001318377 under AFSL 548573. You can find our financial services guide via the LEVRD website link in the show notes.
Bag holders and stop loss owners. Holy snap and duck shit. Jeez, carnage today. It is red everywhere. Unless you own bloody coal and oil. Fuck me dead. Mate, right, so before we get into the news, old Ron Jeremy, Brad Seward from GBA Capital's going to come back on, give us a bloody take on the market. Let's switch to him now, then we'll go through the news, the prices, and what the fuck's going on with Matty. Here we go. Righto, Bradley, Ron, Jeremy, Seward. Welcome back, mate. Mate, she's all go. She's, I'll just look it up at my screen. She's a bit hemorrhaged on the bloody open. There's red everywhere, even the goldies, even though gold's up. Mate, what's going on? What is going on? What's the pitch this week?
People are just buying US dollars at the moment. That's exactly what they're doing, selling all assets, buying US dollars, because as you pointed out, the fundamentals don't make sense for a lot of these sort of stock movements. There's a few green spots in gold and energy at the moment, and I think these are really good buying opportunities. If any of these gold or oil stocks come off, I mean, we can talk a bit more about the sort of oil dynamics and why I think this is going to be a little more prolonged than people think. And gold's looking, up. I guess this is a bit of a catalyst in what I think is a really structural gold bull market. We can talk a bit more about that. But geez, it's a bit of a bloodbath today, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Well, both like WTI and Brent have both cracked $100 a barrel. But things can obviously change so quickly, mate. How are you? Last week you were punching precious metal stocks. They're down a bit at the moment, even though gold's up, mate. I want to talk all ends of the scale. Where do you see the bargains at the moment if you're game to go long while it's getting hemorrhaged?
Mate, I think that's the right way to go. And what's the old adage? When everyone is bearish, you've got to be bullish. And I think that's really the case. And like I said, it feels like a buy US dollars kind of market at the moment. Sell everything else. So, mate, gold is still looking really, really, really good. I think in the really in the sort of smaller end, I got a few, good stocks that I love at the moment. Minrex, which is actually up today, MRR. I'm not sure if you had a look at that one before. They're doing a merger with Electrum Discovery, which is a Canadian-based company that's got a bunch of Serbian copper gold assets.
Ooh. So
it's near a lot of the stuff that Zijin's doing. It's a little sort of small in terms of its resource size at the moment. They've got a couple of the board at the moment across in Serbia looking at the project. Once that deal closes, I'd suspect there's going to be a decent amount of drilling. The project, I'm going to absolutely butcher this name, Talmino in Serbia. Exactly, mate. I think I've nailed that one there. Just needs a bit more drilling. It's been sort of starved of capital for a long time. Looking through that PEA that they did, I think there's a hell of a lot of optionality on the upside that's really not being sort of factored into those prices there. Especially, it was done at I think $1,300 US an ounce gold. So I think in the bull case scenario, this thing on without sort of increasing the size or the scale of it, has really got an opportunity to at least double, triple, quadruple from here on the back of the study work that they've done alone, and I really like that one in the smaller end. On the bigger side, we were just talking about a fantastic sort of outcome with this Benz Mining, because it looks like a proper tier one discovery there. Could be a Tropicana repeat. Is my sort of view. And
what's a trade? What is that trading at the moment? I'm on 20-second delay, 20-minute delay. Let me have a bloody look-see.
A quick look on the old Bloomberg.
Oh, geez, I fucked myself on Friday. I sold Talk on the 20% bounce, and now it's in trading alt for a capital raise and new incoming management. The one time I sold it on a bounce, thinking it'll pull back on an announcement, the catalyst happens. Oh, God, Matt, you should just not touch anything. Bloody hell.
Mate, 281. I must admit, I got this one wrong. I bought some PA at sort of 30 odd cents and sold it out at 45. And then, obviously the discovery holes happened, and, it's punched nearly $3 at points as well. So, No, this one looks like it could be a proper discovery. The same guys, obviously Simon Lawson behind it as well, and the same guys that found that Never Never, and they're incredibly excited about it. So no, that one looks like sort of one of the more exciting larger stocks at the moment. And then we talked last week, Matt, about rare earths and critical minerals a bit more, and I'm again still surprised just that we haven't seen such a bounce in these rare earths and critical minerals companies. Brazilian critical minerals feels to me like in the speculative end, one of the better stories out there. They had a bit of an issue on the corporate side that it sounds like it should be resolved relatively soon. But the project and the underlying fundamentals look incredible. It's a really low capex, low opex potential for Emma, the project. That's a very similar project to what they've got in what they do in Myanmar, or what the Chinese do.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
essentially, instead of digging the stuff out of the ground, they put the leach solution into the hill and then pick it up sort of pregnant. It's similar to what a lot of the uranium stocks what a lot of the uranium companies do in Kazakhstan, but literally just sprinkler system through the ground, pick it up at the bottom of a hill. So you can imagine, when PVC piping's most of their capex, it's pretty low. It's a pretty low sort of capex startup.
It's like rare earth heap leaching, like the Goldies.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Satin for rare earths, you'd say.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. And then there's a few other little small ones we can go through that have got these deals with the likes of SSH or BML Ventures or MMS, that have got these sort of smaller deposits, which honestly could be really cash generative at 6,000-7,000 Aussie an ounce. And I mean, even if you're talking 4,000 Australian all-in sustaining costs, some of these guys could rip $50 to $100 million of free cash out of these projects in 18 months. I think we're gonna find pretty soon that that milling capacity within Kalgoorlie, Leonora, sort of Meekatharra area is going to be as rare as hen's teeth.
Yeah. It's buddy. Look at that. Well, because what you got, like Star Minerals, for instance, up in the Murchison, they got the little JV. There's
Eureka, or there's Gold Arc. That's one we've sort of been behind, and then there's Lefroy Exploration as well. So they're probably the closest. Their project at the moment is sort of closer to Kalgoorlie, so there's a bit more milling capacity around there, but. They're going to print somewhere in the region of 100 to 200 million bucks of free cash out of that joint venture. So their half could be $50 to $100 million pretty easily.
Well, or bloody New Murchison Gold's a testament to that. A $4,000 open pit on a toll trading agreement, and tell you what, the company to make would be own a mill and be a toll trader, because far out there, they're the ones that make the shitloads of money, like what Genesis made out of Brightstar, for instance, out of Laverton, like the delta on processing it yourself versus someone else processing it is friggin' huge. So, God, if you consolidated milling infrastructure, you'd make a fortune in this environment.
Well, there's so many of these old base metals plants that I've heard out there that are getting turned into gold plants. Obviously, the milling circuits you can always double what you've got, given you've got to grind a hell of a lot harder for base metals than you do for gold. So there's things like, the Jag mine, the Jag sort of operation out there in Leonora could get turned into a gold mill at some point in the future. That could easily be a 1 million ton per annum oxide plant.
Yeah,
with 30 to 50 million bucks. But I hear Paddington's charging $120 a ton at the moment. If you just walk up there and ask them to put some feed through at the moment, and that was always what, $50-$60 a ton back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, it's bloody huge. And well, you look at what Medallion's doing at Forestania, Conflict they're holding. They're converting the nickel processing plant into a gold copper float. Be interesting to see, like the Kambalda nickel concentrator owned by BHP. Wonder who's going to bloody get a hold of that. If Wyloo's got a hold of that, God, you could convert that into a gold processing plant if you want.
Mount Keith as well, mate. That's probably the biggest one. If you can find some proper mill feed for that, what's that, a 10 million ton per annum operation up there?
Well,
that's on care and maintenance.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because I've heard that, I've seen it somewhere that IGO were looking to flog off Cosmos. which is, near Mount Keith, and for gold exploration, which is essentially right next door to Bellevue, abuts Bellevue. So it'd be interesting to see if there's a deal to be done up in that Leinster area for, that big amount of infrastructure and potential gold rights. So, mate, our eyes are peeled, Seward. Mate, the mustache.
That's it.
I can see your little mustache flaring up with the excitement. So, yeah, mate, she's a shopping day today. If you're bloody game far out, it is red across the screen. So even with gold, I think gold's lifted back up to 51.07, but equities are just getting hammered. I'll just looking at the goldies, you've got, I'll read it out, WAF's down 4%, Capricorn down 3%, Greatland down 2.7. So, yeah, gold is getting hammered. Bloody lithium's getting hammered. Uranium's getting hammered. It is bloody carnage out there.
That's it, mate. It's buy cash. But these are the right times. Everything's on special. It's the Boxing Day sales for stocks today.
I thought it was on special last week when I bought it, but fucking there was like a second sale I didn't know about. Anyway, we'll see, and who knows what is. I'll going through it in the show, but bloody there could be troops going into Iran to seize enriched uranium. It could could be a surrender within the week. Like, you just do not know what is going to happen, hence the volatility. So, which is great when you're on margin.
I can imagine, mate. I can imagine. I don't envy you at all.
Righto, Cobber. Thanks for coming on, mate. Appreciate it, and great insights. And we'll keep, mate. The punters want the small shit. So thanks. You're putting forward small shit. The punters love it. It's Australian to talk small caps. So thank you very much, Seward.
Absolutely. Cheers, Matty.
Good on you, mate. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Righto, cheers, Ron. Let's get into what the hell's going on in the market and the prices. Now, these commodity prices I'm about to show you, they have changed. So I'll go over the one. I've got the update in a minute, but frig me dead. Fucking copper's still trending down a bit, $5.83 a pound. Gold, 5,065, had a bit of a jump back up into the 5,100s, which is sort of where it's sitting now, probably a bit lower. Oil, 85.80. Remember that number, because it ain't that anymore. Silver back down to $80. Spodumene, 2,100. Thermal coal continues its rise, $135 a tonne. Uranium sitting at 86. Here's the bloody updated commodity prices this morning. Brent and WTI oil have cracked the fucking $100. So they have ripped 18%. So about $106 a barrel, back down from high 50s, low 60s not long ago. So it is, so gold was 51.66, but she's dropped again. But oil is absolutely ripping on the Iran bloody whatever's going on there. It's carnage. Commodities from Friday night, copper got hammered and is continuing to get hammered today. You're seeing Freeport down 5%, Anglo, which is a lot of copper, down 4.3, Tech 5.4. And Ivanhoe down 3. So she's a bloody, hence why there is a bit of a red day incoming. The goldies weren't too bad. They were pretty flat. Newmont and Agnico were about pretty much neutral, but that ain't happening on the ASX. So Iran's picked old mate's son as the next supreme leader. So good luck, bloody, yeah. So who knows if this bloke's going to stay alive or not. I'd say I'll say Trump will be targeting him as well. So that's the news there. And then you've also got US considering a special operation, sending special forces in to seize Iran's uranium. There's reports that there's some enriched uranium up to 60% enriched to potentially bloody build a nuclear bomb. Once it gets to 90%, that's enriched. That's when that's nuclear bomb enrichment. So that's probably the big news at the moment of what's going on, to see if they're going to actually send boots on the ground in to seize this, because pretty much after they blew up the last bunker, by the sounds, they don't know where the enriched uranium's gone. But I'd say they've got a fair idea. So the Iran conflict is still going, doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon, and there is a lot of doubt in the market. And as Ron Jeremy said, people are flooding to US dollars at the moment. So That's what's happening. Bit of news out of the ASX. Emerson, ERM, bought by their JV partner, 311 mil scheme of arrangement. I think they were trading at 33 cents. The offer price is implied at 45 cents. So a good outcome for the Emerson shareholders. That's the Tennant Creek JV, the goalie up in the Northern Territory. So well done there, Emerson. God, have a look at it. I wonder if I've done the right thing or the wrong thing here, or I've completely fucked myself. But on Friday, talk was just ripping up 20%. The only thing that outperformed, up 20%, got up to 37.38. I sold it because I didn't want to take on with the risk in the market at the moment. It was up 20%. I took the profit on it. Just looking historically, there's always these bloody rips, announcement down, goes up, announcement down, goes up, announcement down. But just pure Matty luck, the catalyst I'd been waiting for comes out in a trading halt this morning after it's gone up 20% on no news. Proposed management changes and capital raise. So that is what's going on with talk. Not a holding at the moment. So we'll fucking see what it opens at and what these management changes are, if it's a big name or something and it's going to re-rate, which will bloody fuck me because I sold it. But with the way the market is at the moment, I took the profits, delevered a bit, and that was the decision I made. So I don't know if the capital raise is going to be open or is it for just the incoming management, who this incoming management is. So they're in trading hold on a big down day. So we will see what happens. But fuck, God, you bloody... Tell you what, you try and do something safe and smart, and I'm probably going to get fucked here. But anyway, God, whatever. I give up sometimes. So that's what's going on there. So that'll be, we'll find out in the coming days what is going on with bloody talk. Right, fund update. What have we got? What has Matty been tickling the other day? So obviously I sold the trade on Friday was I got rid of talk. Everything else is pretty similar. So my hedges at the moment are effectively gold, metal, develop. So develops pretty much on short copper besides the breakthrough holding, and then also short boss. But everything else is long. I'm not too levered, but it's definitely going to go down today. I'm definitely net long, but we'll have a look at the screen and have a look at the damage. So down a bit on Friday, unfortunately, but I'm holding in there. It's all right. We're at 184. She probably won't be that fucking when I open. Down 6% on Friday. So as we said, net long gold, because the gold short is effectively the gold metal, which is going to be not as volatile movement as the equities. So pretty net long gold, holding strong. Copper pretty neutral with develop and breakthrough. Uranium, long next gen, long encore, and short boss. And then lithium, that's Delta, Liontown, and PMET, and the Centaurus holding. God, let's have a look at what the fucking damage is. Oh my God. Red incoming.
3, 2, 1, let's fire!
Oh, here we go. Fix your screen up, you dickhead. Okay, gold back at 5,068. Bloody Northern Star hammered 4.7. So fuck, that did not follow the American equities. Fuck, Bright Star down 4%, back at 47. God, I went shopping too early. Developed down 6%. So that. At least that fucking short's coming. Oh, that's a thing hemorrhaging a bit of downside for me. Centaurus down 10%. Fuck. Next Gen down 5. Liontown down 7. Back at $1.44. She's a hammering day. Absolutely hammered. Uncertainty at its fucking peak. Ramelius down 2.6. Not as bad. Gorilla flat. Let's see bloody... make sure I haven't got any fucking... I'll just check the bloody latest announcements. What do we got? Nothing out of bloody, I assume, Gorilla's trading. But it's flat. Fuck me dead. Where are we? Nah, trading. Oh, Gorilla. Gorilla is technically outperforming because it's hasn't moved at all. There you go. Boss down 4.8 and bloody Encore yet to trade. So what's the fucking number at? Breakthrough sitting at, where are we? Bear with me here. Trading at 18.19. So what are we at? 83 up there, plus the breakthrough holding and a bit of cash. So I think we're back at fucking in the 170s, down from 180. So down in the 170s, but still alive, leverage to a rebound. So, well, let's have a look around the screen and just see what else fucking carnage there is. Gold. Gold is getting fucking hammered. WAF down 6%. Westgold down 5.7. Westgold back at $6.20. So you have a look at the fucking hemorrhaging on that share price. Look at that. Down from 8 back to 6.20. Big pullback on Westgold. Fucking Evolution down 5.4. That's copper and gold getting hammered both there. Capricorn down 5. Fucking Northern Star 4. So gold is getting hammered. The only ones that haven't moved too much, Perseus and Volt. Ramelius down 1.89. They'll be hammering that buyback today. Iron ore, what's the majors doing? BHP down 5%. God, here's the one that's really pissing me off. Look at the fucking... God, if only I held that NASDAQ short, eh? I'll be laughing at the moment. I'll be laughing. Oh, you just never know. You just never fucking know. So anyway, sold that one too early, but whatever. Fucking make a choice. You live with it, Matthew. Nickel. So we know fucking Centaurus down 10%. God, I could have got that at 53.5. Fuck me dead. Interesting. What's in the interesting one? Look at that. Talk in trade and hold up 15% on Friday. No news. Now the news comes out. Then we've got Caprice down 11.5, back to 8.7. Firefly down 10%. Firefly back at $1.70. Boab down 52.5, down 10%. Minerals 260 back at 59. Jesus Christ. Mika down at 21 cents. Medallion down 5.8, back at 40 cents. God, everything's back. New Murchison down at 6 cents. Holy snap and duck shit. Far out. Lithium, have a look at this carnage. What do we got? Core down 10. Pilbara Minerals, PLS down 9%. Wildcat back at 37.5. Oh, God, if I only had a shitload of cash to go shopping. Maybe I've got to look at what I'm going to fucking do here. Oh, I can't lever up fucking too much. Fucking hell. Rare earths. Rare earths haven't... Oh, yeah. Lindian back down 13.8. Jesus Christ. This is fucking depressing. Linus down 8%. This could just keep going, so who fucking knows? Copper. Copper is getting absolutely hammered. Sandfire down 10%. Develop down 5.5. Develop's actually performing better out of most of the copper names. AIC down 8%. Fucking Aeris down 8%. Coal. Coal's actually not doing too bad, obviously, with the energy. Yancoal back up to $6.60. Whitehaven up 3%, back at $8.70. So coal's actually going all right. Fucking uranium. Oh, Lotus, $1.69. Peninsula back down at 59. Deep Yellow nearly cracked $2, down 7.8. So I can't see them raising capital anytime soon. Should have raised when the news got leaked, which would have pissed the people off who took that. So pretty much ASX 200 is down 3%, 8,500. So, God, why didn't I? I was going to buy some options, didn't. Fucking right. I'm just keeping calm. Keep calm, Matthew. It is a volatile time. If it's volatile down, it can go volatile up. Hold your fucking nerve. This is what could make me. And no doubt if fucking talk doubles on a management change, and that's the one thing I sold, trying to be conservative, fuck my life. Jesus Christ. Righto, that's enough for today. Thanks, punters. Fucking, we're hanging in there still. Hanging in there. Oh, God. Anyway, righto. Fuck.